Case studies have long been the foundation of business education. However, to remain impactful and relevant for the next generation of leaders, we must evolve them, and not just in the format, but also in the way they deliver and cultivate skills. So, first of all, let's say that the new generation of case studies should be based on different scenarios and more expanded perspectives. This means that to prep students for global, inclusive, diverse business environment, case study must go beyond the traditional market, the main traditional protagonist and conventional industry, exposing them to different types of context, different types of decision making, and also leaders. For instance, consider a case on global fashion industry, and that doesn't just focus on the Western luxury brand, but that consider a sustainable African startup or an inclusive company distributing and creating adaptive clothing. A different scenario of this type would teach at the same time that inclusivity drives innovation, but also that there are unconventional market and different types of context that students might be exposed. Second point that I think it's very important is that the new generation of case study must have a different types of approach, passing from a passive learning to an active decision making. Because unfortunately today simply reading a case study, written case study is not enough, especially with the advent of artificial intelligence, because most of the students use AI to summarize the case. So it urges to introduce interactive format like simulation, role-playing, or decision-making scenarios. So for instance, I'm a professor of strategy, and I would envision a case on resource-based view theory that we redesign as an interactive strategy workshop. And instead of analyzing retrospectively the competitive advantage of a company, students could be exposed to a simulated case with tangible and tangible set of resources, and over multiple rounds of decision, they would need to leverage these resources in order to enhance competitive advantage, protect it, and then decide which type of resources should be developed, the one that should be retained or divest. And so in this way, the students could actively develop more strategic thinking. Third point is that from a technological and innovation standpoint, nowadays the approach hands-on data is fundamental. So like we should include big data and artificial intelligence. While big data have become a trend, and so like most of the business education, they are already involved. But the next step will be the one of teaching students on how to question AI-driven insight rather than accepting them. And so imagine a case, a typical case of the Southwest airline case that teach the Porter 5 forces, where students are provided an AI-driven dashboard where they can analyze in real-time industry data. And instead of using AI just to confirm existing assumption, they would also have the chance to question or to be trained to understand the reliability of such trends, uncover potential blind spot, and predict new entrants or new substitute that they might disrupt the industry. And finally, and the most important point is that new generation of case must develop critical thinking and critical skills more than whenever, because the way in which we are teaching case studies today might be not effective in the future. There is not a clear-cut answer, but we must work on it to find a very urgent solutions.